It's crunch time, Mallory.
Morning.
Hold on a sec.
Hold on a sec.
Sit normal.
I'm sitting normal.
Okay, I haven't. I know you have to look here.
Sorry.
If you don't do that, then the world falls to chaos. Okay.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouch.
What?
I just moved my leg and it went numb for a second. It's fine.
Grandma. Ladies and gentlemen. I had to I had to focus the camera, and I wanted to do it on the camera because it's more accurate than whenever I sit here and use the app and I'm like, yeah, it looks fine. I wanted it to be right. Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy that we're home.
Me too.
I'm so happy that we're home. It's not that I didn't have a great time, but we've been gone for so long. I'm ready to be back. I'm ready to be back. And I got to sleep last night in my own bed, and it was wonderful. Anyway, how have y'all been? I mean, I saw you on Tuesday, but it's different, you know. How's your neighborhood doing since you've come back? Things have been good.
We had to put the Toastmen back in the yard.
We do.
They got taken down for the hurricane, so they didn't blow away and like break a window.
Yeah, while we were gone, there was a hurricane.
Yeah.
So that was exciting. There was also a tornado. That was exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine. As far as the jet lag, knock on wood, but right now, I gotta tell you, I don't feel like the jet lag has hit me that badly. Like, I think I'm probably gonna be alright. And it makes me question why the Japan trip in April had such a bad effect on us.
I have a few theories.
Mal's theorized that perhaps it was how long it took us to get home. Maybe. I don't know. Drink a lot of water. Yeah, I'm trying to... There was a few times in China I did a bad job of that, and I'm trying to make sure that I continue to do that.
Me too.
He says as he gets a drink of coffee. And yeah, what Brandon said, added stress. It's like, there was so many things in April that were happening.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of stuff. Just because of Dan. He's so yeah, there was a lot in April, and like, you know, I don't know, jury's still out. I could be like suddenly wrecked by jet lag at some point in the next few days, but things have been pretty good.
Yeah.
A lot of fixing jet lag has to do with being like forced on a schedule, but then also like being up at when there is the light and going to sleep when there is the dark, and getting your brain to readjust to things. And what better way to do that than to come back from an international trip and be forced to drive for 3 days straight? And I think that actually helped.
You know what will also continue to help?
What's that?
Is we have beautiful weather until Sunday.
We do.
Our fall weather is happening right now, and it's like 70s, 80s, not humid for once. And then Monday it's going to be like 90 and humid again. So we should get outside this weekend.
We should go for some walks. So we will. It'll be great. Anyway, the boys. The boys are
Brandon.
The boys are downstairs somewhere. Last night they would not leave us alone. When we got home, we got stuff put away, which took a little bit. We have a lot of laundry, obviously, because we've been gone for so long. And once we got everything done, I set up my computer and I went back to work because I have stuff to do. And Sagan came in here. He jumped on my lap and he just, like, he marched in circles for hours. Like, hours. Like, he just didn't stop. He was just purring. He was so excited. He would do this thing where he'd march for a little bit and then he would, like, put his paws up here. So he would just be, like, close to my face. Such a great cat. They were,
When we got home, like, normally when we're home, Sagan meows loudly. And it's annoying. He's very loud.
It is annoying.
And when we got home, they were meowing, but it was like this quiet, like, you're home? Like, it was cute. And they were both doing it.
Yeah, they were, they're good boys.
I think they're watching the birds. Kepi's really into the birds. Because since we've been home, like, if there was a bird on the feeder, he starts meowing at it.
We, and also, like, you know, we slept here, and the cats got to sleep on the bed with us. Mm-hmm. And this morning at 6:30, I haven't told you this, Mo. This morning at 6:30, I was laying in bed and I felt Cap go. And I heard, like, so much purring. And, like, I woke up a little bit and Cap was there and just, like, destroying the comforter, just like, and I was like, hey, buddy. And he'll do this thing where he'll march forever. You gotta, like, stop him. So I grabbed him around my arm, because I'm still laying in bed. I grabbed him around my arm and I laid him down, and he nooked himself between my body and my arm, and then he just laid his head on my arm, and then he, like, just draped his little head, and he was still, like, laying on his side, like, doing this and purring super, super hard. And as he's doing that, I'm thinking, God, now I have to pee. I really have to pee, but maybe I can just go back to sleep, which we've discussed in the past. You can't do it. It's impossible. But I was holding him, and he was just laying there, and we probably laid there for, like, 10 minutes, and I could feel that Sagan was at the foot of the bed. And Sagan must have finally got jealous of the incredibly loud purring, so he came up. So then I had Kepler in my one arm, and then Sagan came up, and he was standing on my chest like, hey. So I started to scratch his little head, and then he laid down on my chest. So then I had both boys, and they're both purring so loud in my face, and I'm just sitting there like, I'm gonna have to pee. There's nothing I can do. So yeah, it was nice. It's nice to be home, and it's nice to feel like the cats, you know, missed you. And
I'm sure you could call them and they would come up.
I'm not sure of that, but
oh, I think they'd come up here.
Sagan, Kepi, come here, boys. Sagan.
No, maybe.
That's why I was like, not sure of that.
Peggy's here too.
We did, however, call Peggy. When the cats won't come, don't worry. Peggy will. I didn't have this keyboard on.
You're like, it's not
like,
working.
why is this not working? I should probably get 2 alerts anyway. That was 2750 bits. Not the number you expected, but instead 2750, and that's from Tired Psychopomp 91. Cap's been watching the birds. I never expected he'd be a Hitchcock fan. He's down there just watching classic cinema. That's just his thing. And, like, there's only so many times, in my opinion, you can watch Citizen Kane, but he just gets a kick out of it every time. That's his little nickname, Rosebud. Anyway, Tired Psychopomp, thank you. First Peggy since we've been home? I think so, yeah. I appreciate it. And as a reminder, we're still in
September.
We're still in. Oh, what is this trash? Where is our submarine sandwiches? As sponsored by Subway. As a reminder, and I'm going to scroll up to read the thing. till September 24th, enjoy 50% off all new non-gift Tier 1 subs and 10% extra bits when you cheer 10 plus using the Subway cheer mote. Subway, eat fresh. I'm not required to say that, but I find it so funny. So I will. Anyway, Tired Psychopump, thank you. Toast, that's ridiculous. Y'all bus, free. That's not eat fresh back. What is eat fresh backwards? It's like tay. Eat is tay. Tay is fresh backwards. HSERF. H. Y'all bus. H. Surf tay. You gotta silence the H, or just too many syllables. Y'all bus surf tay. Although freef is what is that based on? Oh my god. There was a link I was gonna click, and then it was like Kikyo was gifting subs. I was like, I made this motion. Kikyo539 is gifting gifting 5 subs. They're going to Swift Etheria, The Blind Brock, Gamer Hushu, B-Ball 1986, and Xant the Hollow. Pardon my belch. 2 of them. Kikyo, thank you. I appreciate it. And Chaz had written, I don't think the jet lag is affecting me. I don't. Oh, that's what that image is. Bubby eat free. I haven't seen that before. What was I saying? Oh,
Chaz.
Yeah. So I'm actually a little under the weather, so don't confuse it with jet lag. Although maybe this is a little bit. But the I have like the symptoms of a sinus infection, which I've had a few of this year, which is I don't like, because I get sick maybe like once a year, and this is like the 4th time I think I've had a sinus infection in the last several months, and I'm like, what? So it could be that. It's one of the possibilities. There's also people that sometimes get upper respiratory infections after visiting different parts of China. And I might be one of the lucky ones that experienced that. But it doesn't matter because it's the same symptoms as the other things. So it's just like, oh good, more of this. More of the thing I've been enjoying all year. I love it! Don't actually love it. Let me read more of these. So let's go back. Let's go back to the end of the stream on Tuesday, because I actually missed a few things. We ended, and then things happened. Sephiroth1204 gifted a sub to Safe Drive, which I appreciate. We didn't get a chance to read, but we did have a safe drive. Things went well.
Yeah. Not much traffic either.
We also did it, I think they're aware, but we did it in 3 days instead of 2. Because we did 2 going up. Yeah. We drove from here to Muncie, and that's a drive.
It is.
That's 13 hours.
Which is fine when you're up on normal sleep and
you feel
sick.
rested, yeah.
Yeah.
But on the way back, we did 3 days because it felt safer. Because I mean, we were coming back, and we didn't know how the jet lag was going to affect us, and I was starting to feel under the weather. So it was like, yeah, let's do 3 days, and it was nice.
And we spent the night in Spheresville, Tennessee.
Yeah, we went back a different way because, yes, Sapphire Mac said, did you skip Virginia? I did skip Virginia. Raisins
you had raisins in your toast this morning,
It's
too.
true. There's raisins in my toast at Waffle House or here at home. Thank you, Curly Potato. 819. Been watching Custom Fashion. My favorite words are cold shaft. Yeah, shout out to Tom Fox for putting on a really good show, and thank you for having us on there frequently. It's been fun. It's been fun. I haven't played Banjo-Kazooie yet. I gotta do that.
I know.
Gotta get that downloaded. Anyway, Curly, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. And keep tuning in to Tom Fox channel. Come to Breakfast Stream where I'll advertise other YouTube channels. Because I'm sure we'll be doing. Oh, you lonely yet?
Are you lonely yet? Whoa.
He might come up. Anyway, I complained about Virginia.
Yeah.
And like, there were some people that didn't get it.
Yeah.
They were just they thought I was hating on their state. It's not that. It has nothing to do with Virginia. It's just driving through the highway in Virginia. It feels like you're in a police state. There's like surveillance everywhere, and the police are everywhere, and they've got all these signs that are like, if you go 80, we'll take you to jail. And I'm like, Christ almighty, there's not another...
That's also the state that says speed checked by aircraft.
Yeah, radar enforced by plane. We're watching you from the sky. And I'm like, okay, calm down, Virginia. So I get to Virginia, just like freaked out. It's not the fact that like, oh, you're like a speed demon. It's not that. It's just like the principle of the thing. It's like, I hate to feel like that in a place. You know what I mean? So it's not the fact that like, oh, I wanted to drive 85.
But it's also nice to go through some other parts of the country.
That's the other side of it, is that we went up one way, and to come down another way was really nice.
But the drive between like Knoxville and Asheville is like some of my favorite parts of the entire drive.
Yeah.
So we like coming that way for that reason.
And we left Knoxville. We left really early yesterday. We left at like 5:30 a.m. And it was really beautiful. I mean, at first it was really dangerous because you're just driving at pitch black night
through the
twisty parts
of the mountains.
It's 65 miles per hour, where the left side of you, there's no shoulder and it's just a wall, and the right side of you is a semi, and you're like, I hope you've had enough sleep, and you're just... That's fine. But yeah, it's nice to come back the other way. Now, I was thinking about it, and actually, Digital Nugget, great question. What is your favorite state to drive through? I'm going to answer this explicitly from the perspective of I'm on the highway. Like, I'm on the interstate.
Yeah.
My favorite state to drive through, and I realized it this trip, is Illinois.
Really?
And that's going to seem surprising.
You've only been through Chicago.
I know. I'm telling you, this is strictly the interstate.
Yeah.
Strictly the interstate. And Illinois costs money to get through.
Yeah, it does.
But Illinois is no nonsense. No nonsense. You get into Illinois, first off, there are no police. The police that we saw were stopping trucks for some reason, which was weird. On the way up, I never saw any police. They're not like stopping you to get fines, because the tolls are taking care of that, so they don't care. But like, it's no nonsense. The speed limit's 55. No one drives that.
Because Illinois drivers are...
If you drive 55 in Illinois, you will die. You have to drive faster. So everyone is driving faster. Everyone's driving 80. And so many of the drivers in Illinois, they just have this mentality of, we're all going to get in the left lane, and we're all going to drive 90, get on board. And like, you just get through the state so easily, and no one cares, and it's fine. And they got those Oasis, which is nice, because if you need gas or if you need something to eat,
you don't have to pay a toll to get off the highway.
And it's just there. It's not, and it's even more convenient than an exit. So like, this is a very limited, line of thinking. I'm talking very exclusively about going through the interstate in Illinois, and that's it. Mm-hmm. But it's really convenient. And compared to some of the other states, it's hard to compete. Now, if we're talking about it from like a perspective of enjoyment, West Virginia is really nice.
Yeah.
I really like driving through West Virginia. Mm-hmm. And Kentucky.
Yeah, Kentucky's
nice. Really, really beautiful. This is a good, like, thing. Also, someone asked if it was miles per hour or kilometers. Miles per hour. Miles per hour. Which is much faster. Much faster than because 60 miles per hour is equal to 100 kilometers per hour. So whenever I say when I say 90 miles per hour, I'm referring to 150. Is that what that is? 60 is 100. That'd be 150, I think. Math is hard. So yeah, it's fast, and still not as fast as you'll drive in Texas.
Arizona's fun to drive through because it changes so much. Because like if you start up by like the Grand Canyon, it looks one way, and there's like, then you get to like Flagstaff and there's pine trees, and then you head south and you go like through Sedona, and like it's just such a different landscape than we're used to. And then Phoenix is like, you know, starting to get desert, and you get down to Tucson and it's like, you know, saguaro cactus everywhere and totally different.
Anyway, that was all because Sephiroth gifted a sub to Safe Drive. Sephiroth, thank you. I really should probably get back to alerts, especially because we have a special announcement at the end of the stream regarding a stream.
Oh, that, yeah, okay.
We're doing a gaming stream tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you all about it before the stream ends, so stick around. I think it'll be worth your while. 2-month sub from GamerFox42. Yay, you're back. And also, I will be sending you something soon, so look forward to that. I will. Thank you. We actually, we got a few things to catch up on, but one of them is mail. So we're going to be doing mail, hopefully, in the very near future. Yankee Gal 13 gifted a sub to Cat on Keyboard, which is something that happened at Chaz and Jeff's house, but generally doesn't happen here. And I'm hoping it doesn't. Hi, sweetheart.
You're such a good boy. I love you. Good boy, just lay down. Don't knock my plate. Thank you. Good boy. Did you get lonely? You want pets. Good boy.
He's a good critter. Dark Sky Destiny resubscribes. 11 months total. Almost to the 1 year. Let's go. Thank you, Dark Sky. Am in Iowa resubscribed for 2 months and says, yay for 2 months. Congrats. 1 year. Rejuvenation. Happy 1 year. Glad to see you guys home. Glad to be home. I know I've said that like 5 times, but I'm so happy to be back. 8 months from Halaloth. Thank you, Halaloth. 10 months from Alyssa Little Bear. Welcome home, Grandma Mao and Grandpa Stephen. I hope it wasn't too difficult getting Peggy through customs and back into the country. Did I tell my customs story?
No.
My grip story?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't know if I told this on the vlog.
That wasn't customs.
Well, it was close. You can tell that it'll take me forever to get through alerts this morning because I'm going to get a few, and then it's going to trigger a story, and I'm like, let me tell you a story. And you know what? That's fine. Isn't that very much what a grandmother and grandfather would do? So, let me tell you real quick. Whenever we went to China, like on a day-to-day, I usually vlog with a pistol grip, and I've shown it on the vlog before. It's a little thing that screws into the bottom of the cage of the camera, and it looks like a handgun grip. And some of you are like, oh, I know where this story's going. Anyway, that's what I usually use. But whenever we travel, a lot of times I tend not to use that. Because I switch bags, and I use a larger bag.
For trips.
And I use the microphone when we're on trips. I use it like daily all the time. It's hard to explain, but it changes the orientation of how the camera's in the bag, and having the grip on it won't work. And instead of putting it on and off every single time, because that'd be crazy, instead I use the GorillaPod, because the GorillaPod just has a little plate, and it slides into the GorillaPod anytime I need to use it. So I just use that. But I still took the pistol grip. And the way my big bag is set up is it has kind of like, almost like hidden compartments.
It's a bag in a bag.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of hidden areas where you can stash different gear that you don't use all that often.
So one of the things that I brought was the pistol grip, and I put it in there, and I was like, I probably won't use this, but I might, whatever. So we'd gone on the trip. We got into China just fine.
We went through security a lot in China.
We did, because we did a few domestic flights.
Yeah.
So we had to go through their
They're
security.
TSA. Which you don't have to take your shoes or belt off for.
Which was nice.
Yeah.
So we went through theirs, whatever. And then about halfway through the trip, or maybe a little bit before halfway, we went to the Three Gorges Dam. And to visit the dam, there is actually a security check there as well.
I mean, there was security checks for, like, that drum tower.
There were security checks a lot.
Yeah.
There was a lot.
To get in Forbidden City, there was a security check.
So anyway, at the dam, we go through, and they have the little X-ray scanner or whatever, so I put my bag in it, and I'm waiting. And the bag comes through the scanner, and the guy running it is looking at his monitor, and I can see his monitor too, because I'm on the other side now. And he stops it, and then he looks at the monitor, and then he looks at the bag, and he looks at the monitor, and he looks at the bag, and I'm like, what is he looking at? And then I look up at the monitor, and clear as day, you can see the grip of a handgun in my bag, and I'm like, oh. That. So he's looking at it, and he's looking at my bag. And again, I've been through security a few times now, and this hasn't happened. And I had forgotten about it. And he's looking at it, and he looks at... And he opens the bag, and he doesn't know where it is. So he opens the bag, and he's starting to, like, look for it and figure out where it is. And he's, like, digging through the bag, and he cannot find this thing. And he looks at me, and he goes, umbrella. Because I guess maybe he thought it was an umbrella or something. And I opened the bag, and I had an umbrella in there. So I pull out the umbrella, and I hand it to him. And he looks at the umbrella, and he looks at the scan. And he looks at the umbrella, and he looks at the scan. And he's trying to figure out if this is the object. And finally, he looks up at me, and he looks so mad. And he
Because the line is starting to...
Because the line is starting to get long, and he goes, go. And I was like, okay. And then as soon as I got through security, I knew what it was. I was like, that's bad. This is not great.
Hi, honey.
And obviously, if he would have found it...
It's very obviously not a gun.
Yeah, like, you could have explained it. There's only just a brief moment of, what is this? But it would
I think Brandon posted a picture from your Twitter.
A picture from my Twitter?
Yeah, where you show it from some time ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's it's a little tiny thing, but you can't eat my toast. Please don't eat my toast. You can see it.
He says, there it is. He says he's holding it in here.
Yeah, if you want, you can do a show. You can put it on the screen. That's fine.
Because I'd like to see what it shows in the picture.
I don't know how good of a photo it is, but if you want, that's fine.
There it is.
Wait, what is this photo of?
I think that might have the gorilla pod in it.
Oh, the gorilla pod. Oh, I thought it was a photo of the pistol grip. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know where you could find a photo of that anyway, to be honest.
Oh, that's why. It looks like you're holding it that way, but that's the gorilla.
Yeah, that's the gorilla pod. Anyway.
Just imagine.
It was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. So, don't worry about it. I didn't go to Chinese prison. Which I don't even know what Chinese prison is like. It might be very nice this time of year. Something tells me it's not. 11 months from Hello Mozzarella 13. Welcome back home. Thank you. It's good to be home. 12 months from Coffee Cats. Here's to 1 year and many more breakfast streams. Yay! I'm also very surprised that we didn't miss any.
Yeah.
Really blew my mind. It also kind of is bad because I was expecting we would miss one and then be like, all right, and then the expectation of it'll always be there is gone. And now it's still there, and I'm like, oh God, what if one day we do miss one? Everyone would be like, what? They missed one? But obviously, I mean, we're gonna try. We've committed to it, and we've done pretty good so far. We got 11 months from Luca 18. Welcome home, Stephen Mallory. Thank you, Luca. Again, this. I mean, I don't know if you can see very well, but like the
Sagan
just laying on my lap, like this is home, and it's great. Although it was nice to stay with Chaz and Jeff because I got like a substitute cat.
3 of them.
Yeah, but Koth was the one that spent a lot of time on my lap, and I was like, at least I get a little substitute cat while I'm not home. 12 months from Florelia. I can't believe it's been a year already. A year of Grandpa and Grandma eating toast and making me laugh. Here's to many more. We're going to try. We're going to try. We're also, at some point, it's not going to be like super soon, but I want to like update some stuff since it's been like a year. Because I think that'd be fun to update some of the alerts and some of the other little things. So I'm not going to like put a timestamp on that because I'm balancing too many other things, but that's one of the goals that I'd like to do.
No, bad Stephen.
You can't talk about fun things around Chaz, because Chaz will shut him down. Because Chaz is thinking of my well-being. Bleh. 100 bits from Goldmage. Goldmage, thank you. 12 months from RosaFan84 Pie. She says 2 weeks late, but 12 months of toast. So many people hitting a year today. It's really exciting. And people want that. People want that bean. Bean! It's the beans. And I've updated the beans. I did it this morning in a little bit of a haze. But I believe I have everything correct. So this is the updated list. So if you pledged, hightail. If you pledged whatever, August. Yeah, if you pledged in August, things are now showing up for you. Yeah, not September. That'll happen at the beginning of October. But if you pledged in August and you're like, where's my name? We've been in China, so there hasn't been a roll. But then on Tuesday, we still had the old one, and now the new one is in there. He's asleep.
He's happy.
He's so happy.
See, I woke up at some point, and you were on your stomach, or kind of like on your side, and you had an arm up on the pillow, and Sagan was right here with his head like right here. Oh yeah,
that was a little later. I was on my stomach, and he crawled up on my back, and he had his paws over my shoulder.
Yeah.
He was giving me a little massage.
Wrapped like this.
I cut his nails last night before bed, and I'm so glad
Good.
I did, because I would have just been bleeding profusely out of my shoulder, because he was really having a good time. He's really enjoying himself. 12 months from Felipe Coria 1, a full friggin' year. I love you guys so much. It's been so great every stream that I've been able to watch. Why don't we have a toast just to celebrate the occasion?
Pick up your toast. Pick it up.
It was hard. It was really hard to do. A toast.
Your parents brought that bread, so we would have toast this morning, because they knew we weren't getting to the grocery store last night.
And we didn't.
Nope. What? Speaking of your parents, well, you're whatever. What?
You know how yesterday I had a donut?
Yeah.
And I, like, screamed?
Yeah. Did that hurt?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's not good.
No.
How do I fix that?
Go to the dentist. Were you just there for cleaning, like, a month ago?
Sweets hurt my teeth. I don't think it's even my teeth. I think I have, up here, I have like gum erosion. Like my gum is like gone. And it's because I brushed too hard for a long time. And it took them a long time to be like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm brushing my teeth. They're like, you're doing it too hard. Jesus Christ. And I'm like, am I? And every once in a while it acts up. And it's been acting up really bad lately. So if I have anything that's sweet, and I have it on this side of my mouth.
It was the jam and the toast. Steven's coffee is black.
It will hurt. I mean, really. And I had a donut yesterday. When we were coming back, we stopped at Dunkin' Donuts, and I got a donut and a coffee. I bit into the donut, and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god. It really hurt. But, again, it's less my teeth and more the fact that, like, I have exposed nerve endings in my gums. And the way that you fix it, the way that they told me to fix it is that you're supposed to, like, I mean, obviously brush more easily, but you have to like brush down. So you're literally trying to like pull your gums back down. It's not ideal.
Maybe you should try doing that.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a while because like I haven't thought about it. But like, yeah, you should do that.
Anyway, speaking of your parents, they stayed here while we were gone. Pretty sure we talked about this briefly while we were in China.
Yeah.
They stayed here for the hurricane and brought Rocco, and it was good because the hurricane spawned a tornado and it hit like less than a mile. But everything's fine here. Cats are great. They enjoyed having them here. Rocco's fine. Their house is fine.
Everything seems to be.
The current
for the most
hurricane
part,
out there
good.
went out, and there's another one that's going to get pulled with that, so they'll both go out to sea. So.
Hopefully. Also, I saw a few people, and I actually had a message about this, that had said that some of their alerts got eaten, like while we were in China. Like whenever I read them on Tuesday, their alert wasn't in there, and I apologize. There's nothing I can do. I wish there were, but if Streamlabs doesn't show me the alert, like if it doesn't get included in the thing, like it looks like there were just some that got eaten by the system, and I'm not sure why. Like I don't know what causes it. The Tuesday September 3 ones seemed to all be eaten. Okay, so it was like
the day. Maybe Streamlabs was just totally jet lagged that day.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day in the far off future, there will arise a new system.
Chaz.
A new system created by a wizard. In the far off future. Someday. Maybe.
Chaz, why?
Anyway, 300 bits from Yvette with the Subway bonus. Eat fresh. I spilled my coffee yesterday and had to rush to move my computer tower and felt very dumb.
Oh,
Hopefully
no.
won't happen with my coffee today. I am so sorry about that. There's definitely been times where I have spilled something way too close to electronics, and like the moment you spill it in slow motion, your brain says, wait, why am I drinking this cup of water next to this thing? Oh god, and then it continues to fall down, and it's a very terrible feeling. And actually for the longest time I wouldn't even allow, when we lived at the other place, I wouldn't allow drinks in the office. Because Mal wanted to have a drink on her desk, and I was like, no, you can't. You have to use a water bottle. So we would use the...
Camelback.
Yeah, the Camelbacks. I would have a cup of coffee, because I felt like it had more stability. But that was probably also super dangerous. I gotta be careful. Baron Von Muffinbeard III resubscribes for 10 months. Baron, thank you. I'm burpy. I don't know why I'm so burpy. 3 months, that's a plus from George of the Sophist. Though I cannot remain, I wish to tell you all that I sincerely wish you well. May all your gamepads have full batteries, and may game over screens you never see. As for me, I watch this on the VOD with silent multitudes known as the Squad. It doesn't display to me in the line format, so I had to try and figure out where the lines fell. I did okay. I didn't do as good as I probably could have, but Georgia, thank you. I appreciate it. 4 months from SkullKid442. Peggy, 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 Peggy. It's just like a chant. 10 months from Gibnibs. Kitty love is the best love. Agreed. Hard agree. 12 months from Mr. Incredible Noob Lord. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 minus 3. That's 12. Best I could come up with for 12 months. Is that...
Take their word
I'm going to
for
take
it.
your word for it, because that's too many numbers to add. 500 bits from Satsy with the Subway Eat Fresh bonus. Glad you two are home. Sounds like you had a nice time. Eat fresh, eat flesh. Herstay. Surftay. Does anyone remember that song, The Surfs Are on the Way? By Billy something. Billy. He had a last name too. Billy some. The surfs are on the way. Oh yeah. No one is Billy Joel. Not Billy Joel. No one got... No, really? It might have been not a well-known song. Everyone's saying no. Okay, well, it's Billy something. Surfs Are on Their Way by Billy something. I don't know. Look it up later. It's a real song. I promise it's not a fever dream. I have fever dreamed entire songs before. Billy Reed! Yes, thank you, Nscav. Billy Reed, that's it. Billy Reed.
Sagan, come back.
Did, like, music.
Come back.
That was the song that he did. Anyway, Coffee Cat's gifted a sub to Skelly Kitty.
Toasted Punk is what I was thinking, and I'm like, that's not a Billy Talent song.
I was going to try and make a, like, Billy Talent parody.
But you can't think of any Billy Talent songs.
The only one that comes to mind is Fallen Leaves. Surfs are coming, surfs are coming, surfs are coming soon. And it really doesn't sound like it, especially with Carlos in the background. Carlos is fighting my Billy Talent impersonation. Coffee Cats, thank you. 200 bits from Squid, a Baconator. Are you lonely yet? Being a cashier who, as people say, you look lonely a lot, which is a low-key insult. This triggers my PTSD. Yeah, there's a lot of people that
say things
that
they shouldn't. Just
also,
keep
can
to
I
themselves.
say something in light of just some stuff I read on the internet yesterday? Saying nothing is always an option.
Yeah.
Saying nothing is always an option. Always an option. It's okay to say nothing. Sometimes your comments add nothing, and therefore, you should say nothing. Strong opinions that are actually reasonable opinions.
See, I thought you were going to talk about something else. I didn't know where you were going with that.
Brandon actually has an even better point. Sometimes your comments subtract. Before saying something, it's good to sometimes think, like, does this add anything to the conversation? Am I helping anything by saying the thing I'm about to say? If the answer is no, it's okay to be like... Chaz says, the 3 rules. Does this need to be said? Does this need to be said by me? Does this need to be said by me right now? Great rules. Great rules. Everyone should learn that. That should be like a week-long class in school. 4 months up from Opera Bubbles. Good morning. Glad y'all made it home safe and that the kiddies gave you a warm welcome. Had to get the ball rolling for the Y'all Bus subs. Y'all Bus, Surf Tay. Our gaming stream will actually have Y'all Bus. Are you excited for the Y'all Bus? Because I'm excited for the Y'all Bus. 12 months from ToadLink6. Good morning, grandparents. I just got a job, so I can't always join breakfast stream, but if there's no one in the office at the time, I will try to tune in. Sneaky breakfast stream. The best kind. 16! It triggered a cough in my upper respiratory tract. At 1600 bits from Mr. Incredible Nooblord says, by the way, have you ever thought of doing a first 20 of Sekiro Shadows Die Twice? It's a fantastic game that doesn't take long to get into the action. I don't have it. Basically. Like, if I had it, like if a PR company would have reached out and been like, hey, do you want to play... Buddy, go roll over on her. If a PR company would have reached out and been like, hey, do you want to play this game? I probably would have said yes, because it looked really interesting. I'm familiar with it, but I don't have it. Like, that's the one thing about First 20 is that, like, I can't buy the games. I just can't. It's the series does not make anywhere near enough money to cover the cost of the game. So the games are either donated by viewers who either send them in mail, or like Jam sends us a lot of Steam games, or PR firms that reach out. Square Enix actually does that a lot, where they're like, hey, we have all these games to play, which is why I've done things like Dragon Quest and things like that. So yeah.
That looks really
If a copy of Sekiro comes my way, there's a good chance they'll cover it. I still have to cover Persona, actually. I didn't do that before I left for China because that was going to be... It was going to take me a hot minute to do, but I'm going to work on that sometime in the next few weeks, hopefully. Excuse me. Let me jump back up here. 300 bits from Yvette, who says, I recently rewatched both yours and Alex's proposals, and I was crying. Aw. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Have there been any other proposals, or has it just been those two?
Those proposals.
There's been plenty of weddings. Mm-hmm. Those have been the only two proposals. Hey, there's this thing. Alex's proposal. Hey, wait, there's this thing.
Did you see Chaz?
Sorry we didn't save ours for your content, Mill. Chaz, I'm very disappointed. Please reenact it. But do it...
Was theirs during Extra Life, or was that...
That was when they got married.
Oh, that's what I was wondering, yeah.
That's when they got married. Please reenact it, but do it, like, in, like, 16th century costume. Like, something fun and exciting to liven it up. No, it was when we decided during Extra Life. Oh, I thought you were married. I thought you were married during Extra Life. I can't remember. That one was a long time ago too. That one was like...
We were in the apartment then.
Yeah. Yeah. That feels like a long time ago.
Hi.
Yankee Cow gives a sub to I Need a Hug 16, which is very appropriate because...
Sega needed a hug.
You needed a hug. Didn't you?
Pet me.
Pet me, please. I'm in need of love. Dinah Woodrow, or Dina Woodrow, subscribes. Thank you. 150 bits from JCJX. Appreciate that. Thank you. Yankee Gal also gives a sub to I Need Hug 69. Those are actually different users. Different people that needed a hug or needed a certain amount of hugs. One of the two. Shavu17 resubscribes for 2 months. Thank you, Shavu. 420 bits from Bearlink. Some Virginia driving tips from a Virginia driver. The whole state is a speed trap because half of the state doesn't know how to drive. As long as you aren't in Arcadia, you can generally go 7 over. I mean, I generally go 7 over because I'm fluctuating in speed. Like I don't use the cruise control in the car, for one, because I feel like over time I'll go less fast with the cruise control. Mm-hmm. Like I'm more likely to go faster if I don't use it. So I get to my destination a millisecond sooner. But the bigger issue is actually that the Ford Escape, the model that we have, has like a big warning on the cruise control.
A recall.
There was a recall on the cruise control that we never got fixed. And it's like, hey, if you use cruise control, just be aware that your acceleration could get stuck and your car will just go to its doom. And I'm like, okay, so like don't use cruise control. So I try not to use it. There's occasions I use it. But it's generally like only when my foot gets tired and I'll use it for like a few minutes and then I turn it off. And I guess if the car became stuck in the accelerated position, I'd then have to figure that out. I'd have to be like, what do you do? Just brake?
It doesn't work. There's things.
You were telling me one time about what to do. There's a thing you do.
Yeah.
Mal would know. Mal would be fine. He'd be fine. I'm not worried. Anyway, we probably won't be back through Virginia for a little bit. Probably. Get a sub from Cynical Cure. Thank you, Cynical. Sombermake91 resubscribes for 3 months. That's a plus. 117 bits from The Ether is Real. Appreciate it. 210 bits from Coffee Cats. Scoops210. Appreciate it. 3-month sub from Sandy the Carmander. Good morning, grandparents. Good morning.
With
Carmander.
your plus.
Get that plus. Also getting that plus is Caldero. It says hug a stray cat because cats are people too. Cats need love.
This cat thinks he needs a lot of love.
This cat,
You've got such a
as of
itchy
today,
ear.
needs an
Sorry.
astounding amount of love. And then 12 months from Dragneth30. Woo, 1 year. Congrats. Can't believe we've been doing this for a year. Good God. I wish I had tissues up here. My nose isn't runny, but my head is like, ugh.
There's a bathroom right there.
Oh, okay. Will you just...
Entertain? Yeah. I got Sagan. That's easy. Right,
Hold him.
Sagan?
Give me a moment.
Hi, sweetheart. You were very concerned about where Stephen went. Did you forget there was a room there? Good boy. You're so good. You're very concerned about where Stephen went. He will be back. Honk. Kitty.
That's better. I couldn't breathe. Breathing is like...
You
so-
came back.
oh.
Now he's like, oh, I
Hi,
missed
bud.
you.
Oh, God.
His tail is a weapon.
Stop! Ah! Buddy, sit. Or leave. Okay. He has to go see that room. He's like, where did this room come from? You gonna go downstairs and then cry because you're lonely? Possible. Anyway. So now I can talk about the stream tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Cat hair everywhere.
Yeah, he's a cat. Tomorrow.
It's Friday.
Is Friday, and tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, we will be streaming 2 games simultaneously. Mal will be streaming one. I will be streaming the other.
Just on this channel, though. Just on your channel. We're not gonna each stream separate.
No, we're going to be streaming 2 games simultaneously. Both games
Are the same game.
both games have the same name.
Yeah,
They're both called Link's Awakening.
they are.
That's interesting. It's not a race. It's going to be a casual playthrough. But Mao has been really looking forward to Link's Awakening coming out for the Switch. She's never played Link's Awakening, and she really wanted to play it. And I was like, okay, well, you can play it, and I think it would be really cool to simultaneously play the Game Boy Color version to see the changes that have been made, because making that jump from a game from the original Link's Awakening is pretty old, 93? I think it's 93. It's like 26 years old. So going from that to like this new version, I think is really, really neat. So I'm going to be playing the Game Boy Color version while Mal plays the Switch version. And, it's again, it's not going to be a race. It's just going to be, we're going through, and Mal's going to be enjoying it, and I'm going to be, keeping up with her so we can kind of take a look at how the differences are.
Yeah.
And that's the goal. And we'll go from there. And if if people are really enjoying it, then there's no reason we can't continue to play the game like next week.
Yeah.
So, I think it'll be fun. So tune in tomorrow night at 8 p.m. And as a reminder, 8 p.m. is just 16 divided by 2. That's 1600 bits from Cybe, who says, hello, grandparents. Just wondering if there is a concrete date for Extra Life so I may start fighting coworkers to get that day off. Yeah, that's the other thing. I know we're talking about stuff for tomorrow, but Extra Life is November 2nd. November 2nd. So for anyone who wants to take that day off, I know a lot, and that's a lot of people do that. There's a lot of people that tell us that they, because we've done it so many years, and it's a whole day affair, that they just take the entire day off. Yeah, November 2nd. If you work on Saturdays and you want to ask for that day off,
If you want to ask off Sunday.
Yeah, you might need that one too. Then November 2nd is the day, and I sincerely hope that you will join us. It is going to be a great time. I'm really looking forward to it. And we're doing GameCube again.
We are.
And I forget what I set the goal at, but it's a large number. It's like, I think it's 70.
Is it on the Extra Life website?
Is it? Maybe. 70K? Yeah, I thought it was 70K. 70K! 70K. That's a lot of money.
You should consider tweeting about that so people know that
Yeah.
it's going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to do that. And once it... in October, we're probably going to start very regularly, like, reminding people and promoting it and being like, hey, this is happening. And start... I mean, actually, I think you can actually donate now.
Yeah.
I don't expect people to do that yet, but we'll start trying to push the early donations so we have, like, a first game that we're going to play and stuff like that. So it's going to be exciting. I'm actually really looking forward to it, especially because we have a more dedicated setup for it now.
We're going downstairs.
We'll see.
No, we are.
We'll see. What if we just put the air real low?
No.
What if we get the HVAC guy out here and he fixes the air?
No.
Would that change everything?
No, it's not.
Why?
It's not enough, trust me.
But what if it did?
It.
Would that...
What if Chaz and Jeff come?
Then we will do it downstairs.
Chaz.
Because there won't be enough room.
Chaz.
We'll see. Anyway. Thank you, Saibi, who then also sends 200 bits and says, thank you, grandparents. I am off to sharpen my cleavers. Go forth. Sharpen thy cleavers. Speaking like Dragon Quest. I'm not going to play the third one. I mean, at least not anytime soon. It's too long. Anyway, I think that's it. So, again, mark your calendars. Mark your calendars? For tomorrow? Just tell your phone to remind you. Tomorrow at 8 p.m., we will be doing a stream.
Dual Link's Awakening.
Yeah, Link's Awakening. Switch and Game Boy Color. I have never played the Game Boy Color version. That'll be new for me, too.
Have you played the game at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've played the original, the one in black and white.
Okay.
From '93. And it's been a while since I played it, so it'll probably not feel fresh. I'll be like, where do I go?
I haven't played that one.
So we'll be learning together.
Uh-huh.
Actually, but I've never played the Game Boy Color version, so that part will be new to me too. It'll be interesting to see where the differences are, because maybe there's things that they just like actually changed. So I don't know. Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern. 8 p.m. Eastern. All right, folks. I think that's it. Pretty sure we're set.
Yeah.
I'm going to I'll hopefully feel a little better tomorrow. He said with a bunch of hope in his heart. And I'm still working on stuff. And
you got to get the stream layout ready.
Yeah, I was working on it a little bit. It's a weird. It's just gonna be weird. It's just gonna be weird, and people are gonna have to deal with the fact that it's weird because we're showing a 16:9 game that needs to take up priority because that's the new game, and the Game Boy is not the priority because everyone's played it, so it's gonna be smaller and it's a square, and then we also have the face cam which is 16:9, so it's just gonna look weird, and people will just deal with it. There's not a beautiful way to put the Switch game and our face and the Game Boy game on screen and not have it look kind of strange. It's just how it is. We'll deal with it tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern for... I almost said breakfast stream. Not breakfast stream. Awakening stream. That kind of works.